We're talking mid-season finale tonight on the Frequency After Show. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
They used this in the show tonight?
Yep.
Oh, give me that body roll one more time.
What?
That is chaos in action.
What?
Chaos in action. My God.
With the body roll. Oh.
Hit him with the body roll.
This is only for the mid-season. This
That's
is
it.
only for the finale.
That's the only time you're
That's
gonna
that
get
finale
this body
body
roll.
roll.
It is that finale body roll.
At the end of the
That's
whole
the only
thing,
time I
do
busted
it.
out.
Yeah, I
exactly. There you go.
I'm not forgetting about that.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to work on your body roll.
Yeah, please.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Frequency After Show. Tonight, we're actually talking the mid-season finale. Tonight's episode is called Gray Color. I'm your host, Olivia Gabaree. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, _O_G.
And it's your boy.
Not gray color.
Oh, gray. No, it's called gray
like
color.
the color. It's called gray line, but he
Oh
said
my
gray like
gosh,
the
you
color.
know something? He said gray like the,
The
color, and I wrote
you were
gray
like
color.
gray color. No.
And you know something? It's called gray line. Okay, anyway.
Gray line. I'm your boy Chaos J. You can find me on Twitter, KAAOSJ. You can find me on Instagram at Chaos_Oceans31.
Let the good times roll.
You forgot your main
I
line.
didn't.
I was waiting for that. That
I
was
decided
like
to drop it today.
What?
I might bring it up later.
But it was so cool, and like I feel like
Wait,
I don't even have the launch pad.
how many
but-
something? How's it go?
It's Chaos_Oceans31 because I'm giving you 31 flavors of waviness.
Oh,
That's it.
That's what I like.
That's what you wanted? Okay,
You know what you should
all right.
add to that? You should add the body roll as you say that.
Oh, 31 flavors of waviness, baby. What? Only for you. Only for you.
Chris Howard.
Mid-season
Reach
finale.
me at Chris Howard Live on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh.
Oh, he gave you a little shoulder something.
Olivia's
Hey.
like, oh.
No, that was like I'm about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
like you are?
she's like, oh, that's nice. That's money. She's like, I might have to work on that move at home.
That's true. I'm gonna practice it later. So you guys, this mid-season finale, I'm upset and I'm happy at the same time. Because this episode was so juicy. However, there's no way you just dropped all this knowledge on me in one hour.
One episode. I feel
In
like
one
they low-key
episode.
jumped the shark with this one. Like they
For
just
sure.
They was like, we're gonna give them we're giving you resolutions with couples. We're giving you revelations with people that are turncoats and Benedict Arnolds. We're giving you, what else did they give us? I mean, we're giving you who the killer is. Like, we're giving you where people are that died. Like, they're just giving you everything.
Seriously.
I'm like, whoa.
Guys.
Whoa, slow down. Like, it's too fast. I don't know you that well yet. Get your hand off my thigh.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's not your thigh. Oh, or is that? Oh, that's your
Hey.
thigh. Yeah, that's your thigh. I thought. No, I loved the episode. I thought it was good.
Oh, you would.
I did. No, I did. No, the last episode I thought gave us too much. This one I thought.
Oh, see, I didn't think it
was
gave us
well-paced.
anything.
Yeah, I
the
thought
last
last
episode
episode
was weak.
Well,
Weak
no, they were
sauce.
tying everything together with the
Yeah.
school and.
I got something they can tie
But
together.
you know something? We just got introduced to this deacon, and we've been searching for the Nightingale killer for how many episodes now? Like 9 episodes. And now all of a sudden this deacon pops up, and everything is solved.
But
no.
that happened last week. See, maybe I'm just ahead of you guys.
Maybe you're in a different
maybe.
timeline. maybe a shift happened and
And we're just unaware.
And all of a sudden, you became the old guy, and I became the millennial.
Hey, man.
No, last week I thought they brought all those kind of things to the forefront. So I was like, wow, that's too much. But this week I thought it was good, and it was also good that we found out that next week's not the finale, or that tonight wasn't the finale.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean,
No,
all of our
it is. Tonight is
Well, the mid-season finale.
mid-season finale, right?
But
right.
we thought tonight it was all going to be done.
Yeah, but
which is
luckily,
fantastic.
all of our viewers, thank you guys for letting us know that we actually have a bunch more episodes to go. So I'm very relieved. Thank you for letting us
We
know.
appreciate that.
We
Yes.
do
Fans
appreciate
holding
that.
it down. That's what I'm talking about. That's all my freaking freak fans.
Exactly that.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly how you say it when you want to refer to them.
Freak fans.
No, you said it wrong.
You gotta mix it, bro.
I saw other people writing "Get your freak on" and stuff.
Yeah, right,
That's
exactly.
Really spreading. Yeah.
Okay, anyways, back to you.
Anyways, so we're tying up like so much stuff in this episode. Do you guys want to start with Megan first? Let's just go for like the meat and then we'll trickle from there.
Trickle from the meat.
Yeah.
Got it.
So Megan, we got introduced to her. Was it last episode or a couple episodes ago?
I think it was just last episode.
Yeah, last episode, and they kind of painted this picture of her as this crazy girl, this crazy mystery girl that we didn't know very much about. But our last episode left off with her calling the police station, trying to give a tip for the Nightingale, but then she was intercepted by a nurse because she's in the asylum.
Insane asylum. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's not insane asylum. That's the movie term.
She's in a
psychiatric
hospital.
Thank you.
Yeah,
there
we had
go.
to be. I
PC.
apologize because I called it the wrong.
Right. Yeah, I saw
and I
that.
got a little
lash, and it's okay. You know
Did you get
what?
lashed?
I got a little lash.
We are all
Really?
human, and we are all prone to make mistakes. And things that are politically incorrect now weren't politically incorrect about 2-3 years ago. Now
That's
everybody's just extra in their feelings and extra sensitive. So by all means, I'm gonna need y'all to lay off my homie because she didn't mean it. And
I
she's
really
sorry.
didn't mean to be insensitive. And to my
Never.
defense, I did ask what the correct term was. Anyway, moving on.
But she does like to be lashed.
Oh, no.
That's
you
not
always
PC.
gotta go there.
Somebody had to go
Right?
there. Somebody had to go there.
Okay, so we find out that Megan and Deacon Hurley are actually, he's her stepfather. I didn't know that, and that was kind of a bit of a curveball, but when we saw them sitting down together, when they decided that she was going to be committed for a longer time in the hospital, he was right by her side, so I guess now things are starting to make a bit of sense. And
Yeah, that was unexpected, wasn't it? I didn't
It was
see that.
unexpected.
Yeah, just a little bit. I wasn't ready for that, but I mean, at the same time, it was like, okay, that it made sense.
Yeah, it did.
Once they revealed it, it's like, okay, that makes sense.
I thought it made more sense than what I was thinking. So it's like,
Exactly.
Right. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
it
hey,
was like
you were shooting out a lot of random stuff. Yeah, last
things
week.
can still come around to where I said they were going to come around
yeah,
too. So
yeah, we know.
we
But it makes sense because I wasn't really understanding why he was present for that meeting or why he could determine her time at the hospital.
Right.
So now I guess he would be considered her guardian. Though they do look like they're the same age, which is kind of weird.
You reckon?
To be honest, she
Oh,
kind of
kinda.
looks a
She
little
does
bit
look a little
older
older.
than
Yeah.
him.
yeah. Well, she's been through a lot.
True that. So now she's committed to another hospital for a longer period of time, but she actually had escaped and she was able to reach out to Raimi again for the second time. And she was obviously in danger. She gave Raimi her location and then disappeared, and no one knew why.
Right.
Right. So now, what are you guys thinking about the Deacon? Like, what are your thoughts of him at this point?
Okay, so I'm thinking that the Deacon, for it to have come full circle, I felt like he did a pretty good job of keeping himself concealed, keeping himself out of, keeping himself very inconspicuous. And now it's within these last few things, it's like,
It's right in your face.
low key, yeah, but I kind of feel like he got sloppy. Like,
Well, because he's been getting away with it for like 20 years now.
right, he started getting real sloppy. So, I'm still a little disappointed. I wasn't, honestly, even though like we all want to know who the Nightingale killer is. I'm not ready to jump and say that he's gonna be that guy, and I'm not ready for that reveal yet. And I'm gonna fight the reveals that they gave us in this episode. I'm fighting it.
I just find it so hard to believe that everything really just got dropped on us like that.
Now, wait a second. We still don't know
Like,
where the
that's
brother.
really what we should have
still
opened up
don't
the show
know
with, was you
where
dropped the bomb on me.
brother is.
We don't know where the brother
The
is,
brother
but the
could
mom
be the
is in.
Nightingale.
The mom, right?
The mom's in the wall.
The brother could be
Okay,
the
but
Nightingale.
listen. If the brother was the Nightingale, then why was Deacon Joe getting all uptight trying to shoot Raimi or like
To
attack
protect
Raimi?
the brother. It's possible. It's possible. I'm just
Okay,
saying
I'm not
that
going to
there's
knock
still-
your prediction.
that's not my
but I
prediction. I'm
disagree.
just saying. No, I didn't say I predicted that. I don't think it's so.
But
I'm
it
just
could be a
saying There's still a
possibility.
pathway of possibility.
I'm
for that.
seeing what you're saying. So, well, once Raimi found out this lead between Megan and the Deacon, she let Frank know in the past, obviously, so he could pursue this as well. And he met up with Megan at her job at the record shop, and she just spilled the beans on everything. Like, literally everything she said.
It was a lot, wasn't it?
It's like we could have just ended the episode and the season there, and everything would have been tied up and put together.
No.
And that's what I was watching. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is,
Right?
I told you guys, I wanted my mind to be blown. I wanted it to be like this huge reveal that no one ever saw coming. And this chick was just like, he did it. This is how he did it. This happened to me. And this other thing happened to me. And
But
it's
once
like,
you find the right
I was
person,
here. He was there.
Yeah.
He had on these shoes with that jacket.
it makes perfect sense though. Once you find the right person, the right the piece, it's like a little right nut in the mix. Then you figure it out. You know,
we
it's
find
like
the key. And it's so...
the key. There's a good.
And it's kind of crazy because I feel like no one, I feel like no one
I'm
suspected
y'all not
him.
judge me as I put chapstick on.
You just love
I thought you were
just saying
communicating
chapstick.
something. through
No,
that.
not
It's
at
like,
all.
yeah, whatever,
No.
bro.
Like sips the tea, puts on the chapstick. Nah,
Things
but
are really going down.
oh my god, I lost my train of thought.
But that's a cool move. You got to bring that with you. You doing a media interview or something. Somebody starts to get you on edge a little bit. You just
Like,
Just-
pull,
just-
pull
hold
your
on,
chapstick
1
out,
second,
start to
1
put it on.
It's a little chapstick break.
Yeah,
Brought
what
to
you're
you by
saying.
Cake Bather, bro.
What I was gonna say is, it was almost so the Deacon was so deeply immersed into this, like not storyline, but like this whole entire Nightingale circle, because he had ties to the camp. He had like family ties, obviously, with Megan.
Mom was a nurse.
The mom was the nurse. He took his entire family like to not vacation, but I don't know what you want to call it, hang out in the woods like as a getaway. And the truck that was stolen that the Nightingale had been using was from that area. It's just like everything started making sense, and it's almost like he's so obvious that he slipped through the cracks. Do you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Do you agree or not really?
Yeah, no, I think it's. I just think that once you start stumbling on the right people and having the conversations with the right people, it starts
That's
to be
true.
revealed. You know, I don't know. How old was the brother? Does anybody know?
They didn't say.
They didn't say. He was younger, though.
He was young. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
he was younger than Megan.
Oh, younger than Megan. Okay, so Megan was the older one. All right. Yeah, it's not a very
Interesting.
big pathway of probability, but
It's not, but he obviously was tying up all his loose ends himself throughout, because he needed an alibi, so it's obvious that he must have got this parishioner to lie for him, to say that he spent the day with him, or he finessed some way to still spend the day with him.
or you know, on the other hand, like you said, you were still waiting for 2 Nightingales. It could be the dad and the brother.
It could
possible.
be. The only thing is that Megan said that the Deacon would abuse her brother.
Right. And
Right.
then,
And her brother is the one that revealed to her that the Deacon killed their mother.
Right.
Well,
which
which
I
means
could-
the brother could be part of it. Right?
Yeah, and I wouldn't knock it, because it could be that he wanted to be like revengeful on the Deacon or something and made it. I don't know. I actually am now seeing
Maybe.
like the possibility of it.
Yeah, I'm not sold on it. I'm just saying.
He could have like motives to.
I mean, if you get beat up and brought up a certain way.
Yeah,
I mean,
then
you
it's
can be
just like
brainwashed
that's
into thinking whatever.
right,
you
and
know?
that just becomes your
Right.
lifestyle.
We kill people. That's what we do.
And so now that Frank knows that information, he obviously relays it to Raimi, and it's like everything started clicking from there. And Raimi immediately went over to his house because she knew Megan was in danger, and then well, her phone went off, and that just blew up her whole entire
super
spot.
fail.
Right? That's like rookie mistake. I know you're in a rush, but like, come on.
Anytime I'm trying to find the suspect and I'm chasing them down,
It's like,
like,
don't you
I
think your
always,
phone rings?
I
Yeah.
always put my phone on vibrate. Hello, I don't even put it on vibrate because you can hear the vibrate
Yeah, it's
sometimes.
like-
I put it on silent.
Like
I'm like,
sleep
hold
mode,
on.
like can't be
Right.
disturbed.
I get a text and I'm getting ready to go in the house. I'm like, hey, about to go get the suspect. I'll hit you back in a minute. XOXO.
But this is my question. So she rolls up on this situation. The wall's all knocked through, and obviously he attacks her and he runs away. But when Raimi explored what was in the broken down wall, she found like some was it the mother's things? It was like photos.
Pretty much
Clothing.
clothes,
The mother's
shoes,
things and
right.
the mother.
All mummified.
Yeah.
But what?
Looking pretty good for the amount of time she'd been gone.
Ew.
And wait, what about the smell?
Not good, like like hey,
Yeah, it's
not
probably
good like
good
that.
smell.
He's just saying
What
like
about the smell?
she was pretty preserved. You were
Preserved,
saying she
pretty
was
well preserved.
well,
Thank you. Yeah.
And
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, thank you,
You
brother.
didn't want that.
No, I didn't want it.
Yeah.
he painted this picture that the mother was in Arizona and he was sending her money, but it come to find out that it was just this. He got this woman to pose as his wife.
To send
Right.
checks
To send checks to her. So just to clear his ass. But what I'm
Right.
saying is, why do you think that? Why did he knock the wall down?
Well, I'm trying to think of why she wouldn't have smelt it from a mile away.
I think he not okay. Here's where I
Hit me
get
with
to
a prediction.
boom. It's not even a prediction. I'm just gonna tell
He's just
you.
gonna lay down
You're
the
gonna
truth.
tell me
Break
how
it
it
down.
is.
Can I break it down for you one time? Okay. He's knocking down the wall because he's trying to get everything out of that house that's going to tie him to murdering her because once he went in, because he said, you guys are treating me like I'm a fugitive. He goes in to talk to him after all the buzz is out to try and clear his name. Mm-hmm. Clearly, he felt some kind of way, like, okay,
They're
like
after
they're really hot on my tail. Let me go and get rid of all this evidence. So I think he was tearing down that wall to go pull all that stuff out. Mm-hmm. He was going to dispose of it, but Raimi interfered.
Right. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. It does make sense
Yeah.
because he knew
Probably.
that they were onto them and like Satch.
Not that a broken down wall would look suspicious in any way.
Right. It's like we're gonna patch that
But
back
it's just
up.
the fact that, that
Right now,
if the
it's the
cops
evidence,
went there,
yeah.
they probably would have tore down a bunch of stuff
well,
anyway.
as you said, like it's a dead body.
Right.
You probably smell it or something.
You would think.
I don't know. Well, this is TV, so maybe you didn't smell it.
Right.
But it is. I forget who said it, if it was Satch or Raimi, but it's true that I'm seeing that the deacon probably, like, he knew that they were onto him, so he went into the station to throw them off and kind of give them an alibi and let them know the
Right.
deal with his ex-wife, and he thought he was slick, and he just wasn't slick enough.
No.
Not slick enough for Raimi.
No.
So, yeah, and there you have it, folks. The Nightingale Killer.
Boom. Deacon Joe.
But he still hasn't been caught. That's
I
a big
know,
difference.
and I feel like it's either we're gonna have a twist where Deacon Joe is not the Nightingale Killer, or we found the Nightingale Killer and now everything's gonna revolve around trying to find where he is. And
Well, there's got to be a logical reason for why the brother isn't there. For why she's tried to reach out to the brother, can't get the brother.
'Cause he's
Brother's
dead,
not
he's
there.
dead.
Yeah, but where is he? In another wall? And
Pushing
another.
up daisies.
But
don't
there's,
know.
I don't know. The brother still has. We still have to see how the brother played in.
How did the brother play in, bro? How did the brother play
Let me
in?
tell you how the brother played in. And then we still have to catch the guy. If you haven't caught him, it's not done.
true. Okay, so moving on. Now
Blother.
we're reintroduced to Maricela. I was wondering if we were gonna see her again because
And
I
I
have
said
a lot
no.
of questions.
You thought she was dead, didn't you?
No, I just thought she skipped town.
Which she should have, but
She should have, but no,
she
she's at her mom's house.
Yep, she stayed to hold it down.
She
the
lived
new
with her
Lil
mama.
J in town, right?
Right. Yeah,
She
she's
takes over the drug biz, trying to make a living.
in the drug game.
I like this step with Stan. I thought this kind of put things back on equal feet. You know, we haven't heard anything about him, but it brought him back in as a character. He was like when he goes out to call what's his name, Frank. When he goes out to call Frank on his crap, when Frank's trying to bug him,
Yeah.
it's like, hey Frank, you just got it all wrong. It's just
He-
set up this
he one-upped
animosity
him.
between the two.
But
yeah.
I want to talk about this because I'm not really fully understanding how all of this, like how his spot got blown up so quickly. So Maricela tipped off Frank, obviously, but now was she tipping him off because Stan told her to? Like, was she tricking him or was she genuine?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and venture to say that she was actually genuine,
Yeah.
but Stan was trying to throw him off of the trail by implicating her as the
Right.
one that dimed him out because he didn't want to take the heat off of Satch. Satch is the one that I'm feeling like he dimed
Yeah.
Frank out.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay,
interesting.
Satch did. He did.
You're getting crazy. Oh, I don't know what's happening to you, bro.
And see, now
Right.
this is where I think that Satch has something.
Yeah.
Frank's got some. I mean,
Satch,
all these
Stan
names.
has something on
Stan
Satch.
has
Yeah.
something on Satch because for him to just seriously blow up his best friend like that,
Seriously.
like that is rude.
Super blast.
That's rude.
Right, that's kind of lay him
Real
out for the
rude.
slaughter, right? It's like
You really
yeah.
just and like. I feel like Satch really just, it's more than blowing Frank's spot up now because now he got him into some hot water with Stan. And career-wise, he's like, you're going to lose your job, you're acting all crazy, this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, yeah, that could have happened, but if no one knew about it, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Right.
It's like, if anything, you set this off to happen.
Right.
Stan let us know where he stands. You know?
Yeah.
Stan stands. But I didn't do that on purpose, but it just came out that way.
Hey, we got it.
Yeah, we got it. But he did let us know where he stands. It's like, here's where I am. I'm gonna rat you out. I'm not your partner. I'm not who you think I am. And I don't think he's doing it, dude. I mean, do you think he's doing
That
yeah.
made me it really made me so mad because I thought that if anything, their friendship was genuine. He's sleeping in the guy's damn garage and it's like,
Yeah.
that really got me mad. But
Yeah.
I mean, Frank's goal was to pretty much just blow Stan's spot up, like low-key on the DL, you know?
Right.
Like without the force behind him, because he knew obviously if you're taking down another cop, especially a cop as powerful as Moreno, who clearly has ties on everybody within this station, Frank knew that he would have to approach this a different way, and he tried to, and I really thought he had it in the bag. But Stan, it seems like Stan's always one-upping everybody else, and he knew exactly what was going on.
Frank let too many people know what was going on.
Exactly.
Like, I thought even going to the guy who was going to hand him the bug, it's like, shit, you're telling one person too many there what you're
Not
about
only
to
that,
do.
but you know, with Stan doing all the things that he does and having his hand in all these different cookie jars, he has no choice if he wants to preserve his whole way of life and his
a criminal.
his MO. He's got to stay 2 or 3 steps ahead of everybody else.
Right.
So he's got to think like, he's got to be able to think like, okay, this can happen, this can happen, this can happen, this can happen. How can I prepare and be ready in case any of these 4 or 5 variables happens? So yeah, he's always going to be on the leg up. But then again, let's not forget, this is where Satch comes into play. He always has someone in the fold.
Yeah.
And that person right now is Satch with his punk ass. That's right. I see you on the street, Satch. It's on. It's a rap, son.
Well, I can't wait to
got
see
you.
what it is that
Joking.
Satch is hiding, because it must be something substantial enough for him to throw his boy under the bus.
He got busy with Jules.
I
I said he got busy with
imagine.
Jules.
busy with Jules. No, but
Right.
it could. Oh shit.
But hey, Jules needed some tender love and care
my God.
while Frank was gone, and she was like, you know,
Satch.
I always want to see what it's like on the dark side.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm just saying it could have happened, but I highly doubt it. All jokes aside, obviously we do know Stan has something over Satch. What it is, we don't know, but I can guarantee that, you know, he dimed him out, and it's all because he's trying to stay in Stan's good graces while still trying to sustain a friendship with Frank.
And we finally got some insight
said.
to
Well said.
what Stan does. Not exactly, but they said something about there's this guy named Ben, and I'm assuming he's like up at the top in the drug game in New York. And so Stan's protecting Ben's operations, and he gives Ben's bookkeeper like inside information on stings and drug busts that they have going on at the force. But I mean, I'm not really seeing how Moreno benefits from this unless it's like financially.
Pay him. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be financially. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to run that money.
Yeah, I guess that's true. They have a man on the inside that it's like helping them keep their business going, so obviously they have to pay him off.
Right.
So now we got that tied up ish. We got like some of that tied up.
Not even really. We're just starting to begin to see where it could go. So they could play that out for. I mean, that can go a long way.
True, but now I'm interested to see if this is going to intersect with the Nightingale stuff, because now they're extremely
They
separate.
seem separate, yeah. And I in the beginning
come on,
thought
you're
that
a
they were going to
believer.
intersect.
You have to
I was
pull
a
this through
believer
for
that they were
us.
going to intersect, but I think that
I want you to come up with like a theory of how we could make this work, of how we could put this together.
They seem very separate at this point.
Yeah, I guess so. But and now we got, I mean, now that we're past all the murder and the drugs and everything, we have a couple love affairs going on here. Well, Daniel and Raimi are finally together, as Raimi always wanted, but are they really together?
Right now, no. Raimi is the jump off, aka the side piece. Why is that? Because because Daniel's Daniel's actually engaged. Not only is he engaged, but he just recently got engaged. So last week we saw where she found the ring.
He was already with Raimi.
Last week, right. Right. So then, and that's the thing is like, Raimi she put that snapback on him and he's like, oh my God, I got to get my life together. What just happened?
And that's why men are dumb.
And he
because
said,
who does that?
right? Like, I get some snapback and I'm just going to go ahead
it's
and...
like, I just slept with this girl, drunkenly walked to her house, so let me just propose
Now,
to
hold on
my
a second.
other woman.
Hold on a second. You just said that's why men are dumb. But Raimi, the moment he says, so could you just give me some time while I break it off with her? And Raimi grabs it and takes it back in the bedroom. Who's dumb?
She was just vulnerable.
Okay.
She was, and here's the thing. We have to keep remembering that while everything is new for Daniel, it's not new for Raimi.
True.
It's all old. She
Thank
still
you.
has
So
all of that history.
You're going to give her
Look at this.
he's giving her a
Having my
petty pass.
back,
He gave her a petty pass.
That is a great opportunity.
So is that right?
That was. Good job.
Thank you,
Wow.
brother.
Before I could even think of it. I respect that. So Chris gives them a petty pass.
So I mean that's why they get to hook up and whatever. It was a little bit played, but I get it. I understand the whole complication of the situation. I don't understand. I understand him not breaking it off with his now fiance, but I don't understand you going and hooking up with Raimi and then deciding that you want to go ahead now and propose to your fiance.
Yeah, I really don't see how that justifies.
That's gonna make you feel bad.
In real life,
that's gonna absolve you of what you just did.
It's almost
with
like he felt guilty.
Yeah, he did.
So he had to.
He said, "I was trying to get, I had to get my life back on track."
In real life, though, shit like that happens.
It actually does.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I know that it does, and it is some That's why I'm staying clear of you people for a long ass time.
So we have Raimi and Daniel, but then let's talk about Jules and Frank.
I like to see that one better than I like
This is the one
Raimi.
time I cannot
behind it?
badmouth Jules.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't want to be behind it, but I couldn't help myself. I'm like, okay, like.
Well, you see, now Frank's back. I mean, he always loved Jules. It was very obvious, but now his back's against the wall because he really has nobody to turn to. Satch was his boy, his best friend, the only person that he really had ever since Jules left.
No.
That was
and now
actually
he
a
just
really
betrayed him.
strong plot line that they used to bring the relationship back together, for him to realize that she's got his back. I mean, that's strong. That was some good writing.
Sorry,
Well
like
done.
you're the only one that was there for me.
Well, you see, because now
He gets it.
Maricela, from Frank's perspective, she screwed him.
Right.
His best friend Satch screwed him. So now it's like, I don't have a side chick. I don't have a best friend.
And my daughter low-key kind of salty with me because she mad because I'm still talking to Maricela.
And not only is my daughter salty with me, my daughter's in 20 years ahead of me right now, and it's like, that's not it's a relationship and a very strange one.
Yeah,
no, he doesn't have any, but now he realized, he kind of woke up, and that's good. That's strong.
But I'm happy that Jules took him back because I thought she was going to curve him, to be honest with you.
But did she take him back, or did she was just like, oh,
well, she
I
may
missed
have
that
been
thing. Let me
vulnerable
get your
as
meat
well.
stick. And she
I hate
was
that you
like,
call it a meat stick.
she wanted his halal.
Do you know something? Down the street, there's
a meat stick place?
No, there's a sign that says halal meat market. And every time I drive past it on my way home, like after this show, that's all I can think about. Okay, anyway.
You're like,
Needs to-
damn it, chaos.
Yeah. I get the voice in my head.
But all
is
jokes
saying,
aside, you know, she still has feelings for him, and he still has feelings for her. Hopefully, it's not a temporary thing. Hopefully, it is got some, you know, some longevity to it in the near future. But I guess we'll just have to see.
You know what's interesting is Jules kind of holds out a little bit more than Raimi does. Raimi kind of gives it away.
She's
and
just like,
Jules,
yeah, come get it.
Yeah.
well, this is like we can
Where you think
see-
she got it from?
No, but
Mama
that's what
Uh-oh
I'm saying.
from
Like,
Dollar
Frank.
yo,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
be careful.
I'm joking.
No, but what I saw was it was a parallel between Raimi and Frank, if anything,
Yeah.
because they both, you know, just jumped on.
Just kind of give it up.
Yeah, they just like went all in, you know.
Yeah.
And they were showing it like parallel back to back,
Right.
and then
And it was. I think it was a matter of them acknowledging the feelings that they always they always had, but they were, you know, just saying, look, like, you know what? I'm tired of the games. Like, this is how I feel. This is why I feel this way. Take it or leave it.
yeah,
I'm putting it all out on the table.
Between Frank
Both.
in their
Both.
relationships.
Frank and Jules, Raimi and Daniel.
And you know, when each scene when they were waking up in the bed, whether it was Jules and Frank or Raimi and Daniel, it was the same bedroom.
Oh, was it
the
really?
same bed, yeah.
Do you think
Which
that was
is
a
so
hole in the
weird.
consistency, or was
No,
that just?
I mean, because Raimi lives in the house that she grew up
Oh,
in.
what a
So it's
trip.
just like in 20 years previously, her parents were getting
she
it on,
was
and
getting-
now,
Right?
getting nasty in her
just-
parents' bed.
yeah.
And they're all
Well,
up
it's
in
her
their
bed
parents' dry
now.
little
Yeah.
juices. Yeah, that's gross.
Ew. Obviously, it's been 20 years.
Every time I'm in
So
this bed, I think of my
completely dry
daddy.
now. It's
Ew.
terrible. It's still moist.
Oh, gee.
You guys are so gross.
That's why we're guys.
Yeah, so this episode, we find out who the Nightingale killer is. We find out where loyalty lies between romantic relationships and friendships. And I'm thinking, you know, going forward, now the
Are you making a prediction?
I believe it's a prediction.
She has a prediction.
Hit us with the
ladies
prediction.
and
He
gentlemen.
has a prediction.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
That's so Raven.
predictions.
It's like, well, it's not really a specific prediction. It's just like where the storyline is going. I think that now our main story is going to be hunting down Deacon Joe. Obviously, is his name Joe? Yeah, his name is Joe.
Deacon Joe.
It almost like it rolls off your tongue too easy.
Deacon Joe.
You know?
Deacon Joe.
Yeah, it just kind of goes. Yeah.
It's like, what you doing tomorrow, man? I'm
Deacon
going.
Joe.
I'm going to go get some tacos with Deacon Joe. You know, Deacon Joe loves them tacos.
But we have to get Deacon Joe in the past, and now I love how they're tying this branch thing in because
They tied in your guy that you love.
Yeah, we stopped talking about this whole branch trunk theory, and now they finally brought it up. So
Yep.
Rainey's in fear that more branches are going to grow, and she wants to cut from the trunk. So Frank steps up to the plate, and he's going to try to kill Deacon Joe.
Okay, here's my prediction.
What's up?
What's up? Frank's gonna get Deacon Joe, but well, shit. I don't want to make this because I'm not sure. Let me think.
No,
Give me
that's
a
the
second.
point of a prediction.
No, I know, but
it's not fully thought
It's not
out
fully
yet.
thought out. I was gonna say that maybe Frank dies in that because, like, how does that puts a lot of risk in Frank's plate? He's gonna go kill somebody, then he
I
becomes a
know.
criminal.
That's what I was thinking.
So if he
I don't
becomes
know
a
how.
criminal, where does the law come in with that? And we know. See, I feel like Frank is going to die back there anyway because he has to because of the Stan thing.
Oh
Maybe that's
my
what. Okay, that's what happened.
gosh.
Frank's going to die back there anyway.
remember in the
and
beginning-
Raimi's going to bust Stan.
Remember, he was a criminal. Even though he was dead, he was still considered a criminal in the beginning
dirty
of the show.
cop.
Yeah, he was
Right.
an extremely
And
dirty cop.
Stan could twist this in a way if he gets wind of
Oh,
it.
right.
Maybe Frank will like sacrifice himself for the sake of
Exactly.
saving
All these
his
women's
wife
lives. Or
and
his wife.
saving
Exactly.
everybody else past that. I feel like he's gonna like give himself up.
Right. And then Stan's
Yeah.
going to get him, and Raimi's going to bust the shit out of Stan.
Right.
There you
And
go.
Stan, because whatever Stan has going on here, he could pin it all on Frank if Frank is dead. You know what I'm saying? No
Right.
one's gonna be there to say it's not
No.
true.
And anybody that knows it's not true is not going to say anything.
Right,
he's-
because
They could, well, they
Stan
could
has
shoot.
him in the back pocket,
They
you
could,
know?
say, they could say Stan was the Nightingale.
I don't think you're going to go.
No, not Stan. I meant Frank.
Oh,
Frank.
okay.
No, I'm
You
not
don't think they're
gonna
gonna pin that on him?
No,
They could.
no.
Frank kills this guy, and all the Nightingale murders stop.
Because there was some times when I can't
You
even
can't just go
entertain
down that one.
There would be too much
That's
that would
heavy.
I
happen.
think it's
That's
Deacon
heavy.
Joe. I think it's Deacon Joe.
No. I'm
I
not
don't
saying
want
that
it to
he is the Nightingale. I'm saying what happens if he goes to save his wife. He goes to save Jules from the Nightingale. He kills the Nightingale like Raimi wanted him to. Stan kills him. The police kill him as he kills the Nightingale. Then all the murders stop, and they could pin the Nightingale murders on Frank.
I mean, fair to say they could.
And they're either going to call him a murderer or a murderer. You know
Yeah,
what
I mean, well,
I
he's
think they
dead, so
might
they
call
can
him a
say whatever
murderer,
they
but
want.
Not the Nightingale.
Yeah,
You
I
think
Do
that's
you
too
guys
much?
know something I forgot to bring up when we were talking about how obvious it was that Deacon Joe was the killer? I wanted to bring up that he's tying all these women up with rosary beads, one, and he's obviously,
Yeah.
like...
Wouldn't you think that was a mistake?
ties,
Being a deacon?
he works for the church, whatever. And
remember,
so...
he thinks he's cleansing.
Yes, St. Abigail's is like bringing all of these people to this camp to be like saved and cleansed. And as we found out in previous episodes before, it was very clear that his motive was to save these women and cleanse them. And obviously, I don't know exactly what it was that he had against nurses, but his wife was a nurse, and he was upset that she had an independent life away from him because she had a job and she spent long hours at the hospital. So now I'm not sure if that's why he targeted nurses specifically, or if there's something else about being a nurse that is a trigger for him.
Right.
But I just want to bring that up because I forgot to say the rosary bead things, which
I mean,
is
it could go
also
back.
very...
His own mother could have been a nurse too. You know, it could be sometimes. You
it
get
could be
weird shit
something like
that,
deep
yeah.
within.
Right.
But what do you got for predictions?
I think we're gonna get to see a little bit more of Deacon Joe get fleshed out. I think we're going to find out a little bit more about how deep Stan's reach goes. And I'm hoping that we see more of Jules and Frank loving on each other, getting busy, having a great time, and bringing the family back together.
Yeah, I hope they
Very nice. For
actually
the holidays.
be a fam.
That's
I
all.
hope they're a family.
Holidays.
I really do. But that's too good to be true. I think Jules is too strong of a woman to...
Yeah, she probably just had a moment of weakness.
Yeah, she'll probably swerve him in the morning.
Ah,
But it's all good.
swerve him.
Here's some
Swerve him.
coffee. Have a good day.
See you never. Yeah. Well, so this was the mid-season finale. So
I liked it. I thought it was a good episode.
it was good, and it was juicy.
it was
It
good.
was juicy enough to be a mid-season finale, I feel.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And they still have plenty of open loops to close. So
Yep. And now we have some time to explore and figure them all out, which I'm happy about.
Right, because I'm super behind on that too. So
now the real finale is going to be on the 25th. Is that right? So we start back up on January 4th.
Yep. January
then
4th is the next episode.
We get about 4 episodes, I guess, more.
Yeah, I think someone said 13 in total.
yeah, about 4.
About 4 or 5. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Any final
4.
thoughts, you guys?
I have nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Tapping out.
I got nothing either.
Nothing either. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please continue to comment and like and give us your predictions or your feedback. Positive, negative, whatever you want. So we'll see you guys back on January 4th. As I said, I'm your host, Olivia Gabaree. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, _O_G.
And you can find me on Twitter, Chaos J, KWAOSJ. I had to think about that for a second. You can also hit me on Instagram, Chaos_Oceans31, because I'm giving you 31 flavors of waviness. Come get some.
I love that.
Roll.
Oh, with
Body
the roll. With the roll.
Oh, body roll. 31 flavors. Get some.
Waviness.
Get some. Oh.
How do you leave that out?
I don't
That's
know.
so good. That's got to be
It
a close
is,
every
but
time. I
if
love
they
it.
can't, no, it's just for the finale.
Even if they can't see you, they can feel it.
They
though.
can feel the
it.
roll.
Yeah, they can feel the
Yes.
roll.
It's the energy
Feel
of
it
the
in your
roll.
podcast.
You look like a black Tootsie Roll, brother.
Hey.
I'm Chris Howard. Reach out to me at Chris Howard Live on Twitter and Instagram.
Body roll.
But I can't do it after seeing the Tootsie
Okay,
over
whatever.
here.
Bye, guys. January 4th. We'll see you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.